Okay, this video is going to feature this. This is some emergency food rations that I got in 2011, and obviously it's 2021, so this is well past its expiration date, but I'm going to try it anyway. So, what I'm thinking about going this with the perspective of if you just got in your car, you drove off, you have some things in the back of it like this, a stove, some fuel, some water, and of course the only food you have is this, and it's expired. So what are you going to do? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to eat it and see how it tastes. So, of course, I'm filming myself doing this, but this stove's pretty easy to set up. Just pop this open, pop that open. That pops right up. Even one-handed, I can just yank it right out of there. You don't want to leave it in there. It's obviously that's plastic, and you superheat this, that's going to melt on you. So you can push that out of the way. There's your stove. I got a box of these things. Okay, so we got it out. And it goes in this way. Right in there. Just lift that up. Slide it right in there. There you go. A little bit of fizzies there, but it's okay. Make sure that's snapped down in place. Get the rest of them out of the way. There you go. The stove is basically ready. So I'm going to lock it. There you go. It's on. I think you can hear it, but it is on. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to just open this up and eat some of them plain to see what they taste like and get a good look and see if anything really funky is going on with them and see how they taste. And then we're going to use this and crunch a bunch of them up, put them in here, and cook them up as though they were like a porridge or something. So this needs to go on the stove. It won't take it very long to heat up. A little floaty in there. Let's get some clean water. Not into little floaties. So that goes on there so that can boil. And now we'll open this guy. And I turned that off because it actually started boiling, so a little faster than I thought it would. And this is what it looks like. It's emergency food rations, and it should be all the vitamins you need. It's all on there. But unfortunately, they are not BSing about it having only a 5-year shelf life. Even under good conditions, because it's got shortening, it will go bad on you. So, and it appears this stuff has actually gone bad. So this is a very short video, or just a non-video, because it doesn't look to me like this is anything I want to eat. Okay. That is like a waxy thing on the outside of it. I thought I could just cut it away and then eat what's underneath. But in smelling it, it smells very, kind of like apples gone bad. Like when an apple gets a little bit of alcohol in it, and it's just, yeah, it smells very vinegary and very appley at the same time. It doesn't smell like it's anything I actually want to eat. So, see if I can break some of it off. Okay, I did manage to break it up a little bit. This is what it looks like. And again, it smells very much like apples. I wonder if it's intended to smell like apples. I got a small portion in my hand. Let me try it. I mean, this stuff is not just expired. This stuff is really expired. Like 2011, it was supposed to go bad. I mean, 2016, it's supposed to go bad, and it is now 2021. It tastes a bit like apples. Well, it tastes a lot like apples. But you know what? I'm not eating this. I think this video was a non-starter. I think I'm going to have to try something new. Oh well. So I decided to try to salvage this video because apparently, even though those things were kept in very good conditions inside a house where they don't get below 50 and they don't really get above 70, they didn't fare very well. This, on the other hand, was something I bought for my daughter as a joke, and we threw it in the car. And this did freeze during the winter, and it's been very hot here in the summer. A couple of days where it was up into the 90s, so I imagine inside the car it got very, very hot, possibly well into the hundreds. And this is it. So if I remember correctly, this should have had in it, there it is. So this guy has a limited life. And they're not BSing, it really does have a limited life. So let's take this one out and give it a go. So like I said, you're in your car, an emergency comes, you pull out your zombie ration pack in this particular case, and you pop this guy out and see exactly what it's all about. Okay, this particular one was made in 2017 and it expires in 2022, which is not that far ahead of us. It's now August 1st, and it's just like the last one, 5-year shelf life, and it's got everything that you should need to survive for a couple of days. All the vitamins, calcium, folate. And again, I think with this one here, the killer on it is gonna be that it has some kind of shortening in it. So I'm pretty sure it does. So let's open it up, give it a taste, because this is not yet expired, although it may have, because it has been in the car, and then the car has been exposed to very extremes in weather, though it has been in the car for less than a year. It's only been in there since December, Christmas. So let's see how well it fared. In this particular case, this is what 3,600 calories looks like. And again, this smells like apples, so maybe that's what they're supposed to smell like. Yeah, it smells like apples. Not as pungent as the others, so this one may not be bad. Okay, I broke a piece of it off so I can sniff it and maybe regard sampling it. That's what it looks like. And that's what my garden looks like when I don't water it. Although, looks like we are expecting a lot of water again. Regardless, there's dark spots on it. It doesn't smell nearly as bad as the other one did. As a matter of fact, I'd have to say it has almost no smell at all. Taste-wise, it has very little taste either. Doesn't really have much of a taste. I don't see it as something that would make you thirsty, but if you were starving, yeah, I guess it would be good. Yeah, it's not that great. It's a little hard to chew. So, look at the water going again. There you go. Flame's going pretty good underneath there. So what the whole idea is, I'm going to take one of these, or this particular one, and smash it up a bit, and toss it in there and see if it tastes any better. So as hard as I tried to bust that sucker apart, I couldn't get it to do it, so I just stuck it on in there. Got one of these spoons right here out of my kit. Let's see if, let's get that spoon snapping in place again. It doesn't hold in place very well. Oh, look at that spoon just flopping around. Okay, so we're going to try and maybe get it to work this way. Look at that. Oh, well. Okay, as hard as I tried to get it to boil down in this, it just wouldn't work. Turn that off for now. So what I did was I found a rock from my yard. Pretty dirty, don't care at this point. I'm going to try and smash it down with a rock. Some of it landed on the ground. I tried doing the spoon. I even tried using a dirty screwdriver. Could not get this thing to break apart. Okay, look how much is on the rock. All right, now we're gonna pour it back in there. Turn the heat back on. And now, let's see how it does. Okay, after spending several minutes on cooking on there, this is what it looks like. It didn't really absorb very well. And the reason for cooking it down like this and to see if it would make a great porridge is because around here you got, it's the northeast, you got a real good shot that at least 6 months out of the year it's going to be very cold. And just giving people something like that doesn't always do it. Maybe being able to give it to them warm, heating it up, might make a difference. So that's the whole purpose of trying it heated up. And when we ran from Hurricane Irene, even though it was August, we got drenched, we got cold, we got wet, and we would have loved something hot to help us out. And that's the whole idea of this too, because even in those kind of situations where it is still summer, you can still get really, really cold and you still want something warm. So that's the whole idea of heating this up, is to see, would it be, as something warm, would it be better? So let's get a look at it, and that's what it looks like. You can taste it. Believe it or not, it is much more satisfying warm than it is cold. Didn't break up very much, and it took a lot to get it to break up to get to this point, which I didn't really appreciate, but it isn't bad. Oops, dropped some of it on the camera. But overall, I'd say as something in the car for emergencies, I'd rate this on the low side. I'd still rather have like a go bag next to the door with some freeze-dried stuff in it and take that with me than this. They aren't BSing about it only having a 5-year life. It's got shortening in it, and that really is going to, no pun intended, shorten its ability to stay good in your car. I didn't realize it, but I had a disinterested audience the whole entire time I was doing this. Hello, cutie. That's Madison. She's outside watching me from the top of my woodshed and totally disinterested in everything going on. Just enjoying her life. Good girl.